They're gonna give him another 2 minutes to show. It's crazy. Like you ping people and say, "Hey, your game's about to start in an hour," and they'll react to it and then not show up. Oh man. Okay, so let's take a peek at the lobby here. It does look like we're missing 2 players. Hey, how's it going, Bertram? Holy smokes. Look at me not having my pants on yet. There we go. All right, we got the lobby up. We got the scores up. I'm holding up hope that Django and Sanchez will show up, but doesn't look like we'll get them. So we'll have a 4-player game today with Burn as the green player, Tropical as the white player, Piquete as the purple player, and Juan Max Luna as the black player. None of these guys have the map for game 1 or 2, so we're going to start with game 3, and then we'll bounce back over to game 1. Yeah, I tried to get, I DM'd the guys that are missing, but doesn't look like it. All right, they've waited their time. Definitely gave them plenty of time to show up. Doesn't look like we have them though. So game 1 on the game 3 settings is away. These settings are progressive world domination on the Brazil Advanced map. There's nothing special on, no portals, no fog, no blizzards. No bots because they do have 4 players here. And the turn timer is 60 seconds. The dice are balanced blitz. All right, we got Juan Max Luna on black in the first seat. Looks like he's going to start things off with taking a bonus. Looks like he'll have a decent guard on that. Then we have Burn on green in the second seat. Am I also playing for Spain? Yes, I am playing for Spain again this year. I auto advanced from round 2 into round 4, so I'm not playing in this one. Appears to be an imposter in the lobby. I'm not sure who that could possibly be. All right, we got Tropical on white in the third seat. He was kind enough to share his screen. Going classic with the manual dice there. Something about hearing the dice clack along the table. Just, you know, it at least takes me back because I mean, like a lot of you, I grew up playing this game on the tabletop. But Tropical was kind enough to share his screen. All right, and we see Piquete moving into the Centro bonus. Looks like Tropical's going to be the only player without a bonus this game. Everyone else appears to be playing Good Neighbor, though Piquete has basically a non-existent guard on his +4. We'll see if he'll be permitted to hold it. Juan Max Luna appears to be saying no, or in Spanish, no, to Piquete holding a bonus. Doesn't break Burn, though. But yeah, the break on Piquete cost him nothing, And it doesn't look like Piquete has the troops necessary in order to break Max Luna anyway. Byrne appears to have started work on a second bonus, but decides he wants to beef up the one he's already got. Yes, indeed, we have a double bonus here. All right, Tropical is up. Tropical, if I'm not mistaken, appears to be working on the Panama bonus. So, by the way, guys, that's not me getting the geography wrong here. I know that is basically, Venezuela, Colombia, but the Brazil Advanced map calls that bonus on the north end of South America, Panama. Fun fact, that's not actually Panama. Speaking of which, let's take a quick peek at the bonuses. Actually, before we do that, let's see if Piquete retakes his bonus or if he's working on something else. And then we'll head over to the bonuses. Yep, doesn't look like he's going to retake his bonus. He sees that he's not going to be able to defend against a 10 if Max Luna is really insistent on breaking him. All right, so very quickly here, +3s on the east side of the map, Sudeste and Leste, currently occupied by Max Luna and Byrne, respectively. Then you have your +4s, Nordeste, which appears to be Byrne's second bonus, if you can get it, and Centro, which would have been Piquete's bonus had Max Luna allowed it. Those are your +4s. Then you have +7 of Sul, all the way in the bottom, better known as Argentina, I suppose. And then +8 of Panama, which is the bonus that Tropical appears to be working on. And then you have the +9 of Norte right in the middle of the board. And then the +10 of Oeste, which is largely Peru. All right, back to the game here. Fun fact, this is also not Brazil. It's like, yes, that is also true. This should be called South America Advanced, honestly, because Brazil is like the east side of the map. You guys all know where Brazil is on a map. I don't need to tell you. But yeah, that's another good fun fact. Thank you, Panda. All right, Tropical slowly working on his bonus. I'm not sure he'll get it in time for it to matter. Byrne on a +7 with his double bonus. We'll see if he'll be permitted to hold that. And has a nice 18 stack placed very strategically on the east side of the board. All right, Piquete appears to be taking the slow take Tropical strat of one turn at a time, working on a large bonus. We'll find out shortly if that works out for him. Okay, Juan Max Luna, not interested in allowing Byrne to hold a second bonus. Is he going for the bonus steal or the double break? Steals Byrne's bonus and breaks the other bonus. All right, so, and decides to attack one more time. So, Max Luna, not interested in anyone else having bonuses but him, and decides to relieve one of the guards on his own bonus. I'm not gonna lie, if I was Byrne, I'd put everything on my 3 at the bottom and break Mr. Luna here. Byrne is going to accept the break and not retake. So Max Luna playing very aggressively, and his opponents appear to be playing passively in response, which we'll see how that works out for them. How's it going, Mitch? Yeah, Spain does play some spicy Risk. All right, Trop 1 territory off from taking his +8. Doesn't want it this turn, though. Wants to wait another turn. Spain plays like I expect them to play. Oye, ten cuidado con mi país, ahí. Mira. Anyway, all I said in Spanish was, "Be careful about how you talk about my country." All right. Piquete slowly stacking up in OSA. Is he gathering troops for an eventual retaliatory break on Max Luna? The answer is no, but I like to ask leading questions like that. I mean, I suppose the answer could be yes. All right. Max Luna allowed to hold 15 territories. Takes a card, locks his stack, and fortifies to unlock it. Does Burn retake either bonus this turn? Retakes his original bonus. He has a counter guard stack, but didn't use that to retaliate on Max Luna last time. So what's stopping Max Luna from breaking again? All right, Tropical adding to the bottom of the board, trying to maintain some exterior positions here. Certainly not a bad idea. Does he finish taking Panama? Just thinking about it. Used about half of his turn timer already. Not interested in taking Panama. Would prefer to have the bottom left corner. I don't know. You guys that know how I play, I would take Panama and just see what happens. I probably get broken, but like on the off chance that I don't, I will gladly take that +8. All right, Piquete adding back into Centro. Is he going to try to retake the +4? Doesn't look like it. Slowly marching his 10 stack to the east. All right, everyone's on 5 cards. Max Luna is the first to trade. And Max Luna has been unbroken unbroken all game on bonus. Excuse me, I can't talk sometimes. So is enjoying a nice troop lead. Tropical, having never held a bonus, has preserved more troops, it appears, than the other 2 players that are in the game, Burn and Piquete. Okay, we see Max Luna remove Burn from the south end of the board and moves his 15 stack back to the port territory that wraps around up to the north end of the continent. All right. Burn in a dicey spot here. Under 40 troops before he sets in. Gets the 6 trade. Trying to maintain an exterior position as far away from Max Luna as he can get. Some weird play. All of a sudden, Tom the editor seems like a GM. Decides to move eastward, bringing in some reinforcements to assist in the war against Max Luna, maybe? Not quite. Tropical gets to set in for the 8. Make that a 10 because he has a +2. And just like that, has taken the troop lead from Max Luna, having never held a bonus this game. Does he finally take Panama? Nope. Hits another position of Burn. Burn now finds himself under... Actually, no, he was under 12 territories before. Okay. Tropical wants to hit one more time and consolidates his stacks. Has a decent 18 stack there. and then a side stack worth 10. Piquete, speaking of 10s, sets in for the 10 trade. All right, so Burn moved out of Piquete's big plus 10 bonus. Does Piquete try to take it this turn? He could take it this turn, but I doubt he'd hold it. And now has a giant 26 stack right in the middle of the board. That could go into Max Luna. It could go into Burn. Or it could go south and do some damage to Tropical. But in the meantime, we see Max Luna refusing to allow Burn to take a bonus. And once again, steals what was once Burn's second bonus. So Burn is doesn't really have, really only has 2 positions now. In a very dicey spot here. Tropical checks his cards. Tropical happens to be on 18 territories, gets 6 troops this turn. May as well be holding a +3. Not interested in removing that final Max Luna territory up at the top. Looks like he's going to grab his card down in Argentina. Or excuse me, the Sol bonus. Has a small-ish stack in the bottom. And sees that he does not have a set on 4. Shakes his screen a bit in frustration. It shouldn't be too much of an issue that he doesn't have a set on 4. He is the troop lead, and this is a 4-player game, and the sets are not that big yet. The next trade will be worth 12, and it actually might work out for him to force him to take the biggest trade if players start setting on 4. So we'll see if Max Luna wants to start that trend or not. In the meantime, Piquete has a 30 stack in the middle of the board. Max Luna decides to remove a Tropical 4 for reasons unknown. There were slightly easier cards around him, but I suppose that keeps his stack open along the purple line south of that 13. Burn is feeling the burn here. Decides to set in early for the 12 trade. I think that's a wise decision for Burn. He was looking a bit fishy. All right, Tropical on 69 troops and still holding 18 territories. Obviously was not permitted to have a set on 4 because then he wouldn't be on 69 troops anymore. And Tropical decides to break Max Luna in response to losing his 4. Finally, we see some resistance against the toddler strat that Max Luna is employing. For those of you that don't know, I like to refer to taking as many bonuses as possible and just seeing how far I can go before somebody stops me or resists me. I like to call that the toddler strat because that's basically how my toddlers behave. And maybe I shouldn't just say my toddlers. I'm assuming that that's probably how most toddlers behave. Anyway, so Tropical now has a set. Piquete trades in. Takes the 15. Also is now on 69 troops. Max Luna on 69. Everyone enjoying 69 troops. At least except for Burn. Max Luna sets in for 20. Has a giant 40 stack. Where does that go? Gonna slam Burn. Does not have the kill here. Apparently wants to steal another of Burn's bonuses. And even if he did have the kill, it would not earn him any points. Burn is only on 2 cards. His 20 stack is now completely locked. He should activate it. On brand for a Spanish player. Burn finds himself on 30 troops. If he takes another card, Tropical should have his kill fairly easily. He does take another card. Tropical about to set in for the 25 trade. Basically has a kill served to him on a silver platter. Can he collect? Decides to split 3 troops off there. Loses 24 on Burns' stack. And finishes the kill. Is able to set in from that. Well played to Tropical, taking the first bounty of the game here. Sets in for 30 troops. The only player that he could kill that would get him points is Max Luna. The question is, does he go for it? I don't believe he has the Max Luna kill. And the Piquete kill is not yet worth it. He should be careful about feeding this kill to Piquete. But he does go in and at least breaks Max Luna's second bonus. And decides to consolidate his stacks right next to Piquete. I don't think I've seen any more... I don't think I've seen a threat more clear than that. In chess, we call this a brilliant move. What a play. Yep. All right. Tropical now the clear troop lead. Piquete moving in to Tropical, trying to knock him down a few territories. Max Luna retakes his second bonus. Appears to be working on his third. His 20 stack is still locked. Where does he move it? Okay. Decides to lock 15 more troops on that 20. Tropical does not have a set on 3. And also appears to have no kills that he can make dry. Gets excellent dice on Piquete's 5. But once again, needs to be careful about feeding the Piquete kill to Max Luna. Knocks Piquete down under 15. Piquete going to set on 3 for the 35 trade. Going to live to fight another day. Goes down to start working on Max Luna. Appears to be lining him up. Opens Max Luna 35. Is slamming Max Luna's territory. Going for the Max Luna kill here. This, unfortunately, is not worth any points. Max Luna is only on 4 cards, not 5. So Piquete kills Juan Max Luna, presumably as revenge for the turn 1 break, or the turn 2 break, but is awarded no points as that does not set him in turn, nor does it win him the game this turn. If anything, that gives the game to Tropical now. Tropical needs to finish this kill before Piquete is allowed to set in. If he paths it correctly and moves quickly enough, he should have it. Emphasis on moving quickly enough. Looks like he's going to send 14 troops up to the top. Needs to be careful about the pathing here. He should still have the win, but we'll find out which player is more skilled in this 1v1. Trying to figure out the split here. Split's 9v4. Does not have a lot of time left on the clock. I don't think he has this kill this turn. Taking way too long. At least is able to break the bonus in time. Not able to finish the kill in time. Piquete survives to trade. Piquete does appear to be the faster player. Will that be enough to overcome the 50 troop lead that Tropical has on him? You guys can't see the clock? There you go. You can see it now. Apologies. Yep. Piquete is much faster than Tropical. Tropical gonna have to employ some speed here. Has hopefully realized that this is a territory game at this point in this 1v1. And this is a 1v1 that he should win. Is splitting off there. Needs to be careful not to lock his stack. Not the best pathing here from Trop, but he just has a massive troop advantage over Piquete. Piquete almost, if Piquete has a set on 3, he might have the speed to beat Tropical here. Tropical does not have enough troops to finish Piquete even if he had the time. We will find out shortly if Piquete has a set on 3. Piquete calling the well played here. Does he have the trade? Trade is worth 50. Piquete does not have the set. Tropical should be able to finish this out now. He is a little bit on the slow side, but I don't think he's this slow. And Tropical closes it out, showing how to play Brazil Advanced Progressive World Dom without a bonus. Alrighty. Oh, look at that. Friendship forming here. Okay, so we started with game 3 in this set because none of the players have the first two. Yeah, no player in here has the first two maps. So, Mitch, as I understand it, I have them play the classic map with the same settings, correct? I think you're still in here. So we'll get the next two games up and running here. So don't go anywhere, folks. There's still 2 games to play left in this qualifier group. All right. Let's see here. All right, I'm telling them to play game 1 on the classic map
Hey,
with
what's the deal?
with the
What are we
game
doing
1
now?
settings. Hey, what's up, Drop? So
Hey,
you guys are gonna play game 1 on the classic map, but
okay.
use the classic map, but use the settings for game 1. All right.
Okay, gotcha.
All right,
Just the map change.
and congrats on your win. Felicidades, amigo.
Thanks. I just gotta get faster.
Yes,
Just
you
I
do
know
have
what
to
I know.
get.
I know what I need to do. I just
Tienes que
like
correr más rápido. All
yeah.
right, I'm gonna mute up.
All right.
All right. Um. Okay, we have Sanchez. Sanchez is here. All right. So we are going to have a 5-player game for game 2. One of our missing players has returned. Faster and get some pathing lessons from VC. um. So we will put Sanchez back in. I gotta find Sanchez again on this hosting thing that isn't searchable. Do you have any idea how many generals we have in here? um, let's see here. Let's see. Tropical, can you cycle through the settings right quick? I just want to make sure it's right.
Oh, yeah. Sanchez is here this game. Cool. Looks good. You see it?
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to get everyone on the same colors that they were last game. So 70%
Oh,
domination on the classic map, 90 seconds. Fog off, blizzards off,
progressive.
portals off.
Yeah. Everything looks
Balance
right.
splits. Yeah, everything looks good. Thanks.
Yep.
All right. Spain should soak this up while it lasts. The qualifiers will be the only round they score points. He certainly has.
Hey, Piquet did not confirm. I think we have a bot.
Yeah, he didn't confirm because we got players on different colors. Go ahead and restart.
Uh,
All right, we're restarting, getting everybody back on the same colors here. Okay. We have no established. None of the teams playing in the qualifiers will score points. Only USA will score points. USA will score negative points. All right. Whew. Okay. If Burn doesn't want to set it up, do you mind setting it up, Trop?
Yeah, that's fine.
What team am I rooting for? Or is that question to Chris? I'm rooting for Spain. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm gonna play on that team. So, well, assuming I qualify, I'll play on the team. But in all likelihood, I probably will qualify. All right, we got a new code up.
Do you want to double check the settings, or are you good?
Yeah, I'll double check them. 90 seconds, progressive, classic 70, everything off. Balance splits. We're not gonna have any bots, but expert automated. All right, looks good. Thanks. All right, we got Burn in here. Can you open a fifth spot? Because you got 5. Thanks. Yeah, I meant for Chris. Yeah, he's probably going to root for the UK if I had to guess. All right. I think Max Luna and Sanchez are working on joining. Oh, boy. How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are all doing good. So I think Max Luna and Sanchez never left the other game. Um, see, I'll see what we can do to get their attention. Okay. Okay. Finally, we're getting this game going. Holy smokes. All right. Yeah, I was distracted getting them pulled out of that and back into this. Okay. So this is a game one replacement. None of the players have Himeji Castle, so they'll be playing on the classic map. And because we have 5 of them, we can't have anyone join and then bot out because we're only doing bots up to 4 this round, and that would mean bots up to 6. All right, we see Piquete on purple in the first seat, and Sanchez is the blue player this game. Then we got Burn in the second seat. Max Luna in the third. General Sanchez coming off the bench on blue in the fourth seat. And Tropical, last but not least, on white in the fifth seat. All right, we have a 70% game here on the classic map. So I'm pretty sure we don't need to go over the bonuses for this map. You guys are probably all well aware. Looks like we do see Max Luna break South America immediately. But 70% domination. Players aren't trying to conquer the entire map. They just need 30 territories of the 42 territories on this map. That's all but 12 of the 42 territories on the classic map. Is all that's required to win this game. Purple hadn't taken it? Okay. Well, Max Luna's certainly keeping purple off SA if he wanted that. I've never seen this map in my life. Could you please explain the bonuses in detail? All right, you guys have Libra to thank for this. So the bonuses on the classic map. Down in the bottom left side of the map, the corner there, you have the +2 of Australia, which, as everyone knows, is the best bonus in the game because you can hold it and guard it on a 1 point, and that's indisputable. Then you have the other +2, South America, on the bottom left corner of the map. And then in the middle, also in the bottom, is the Africa +3 territory, or continent. Then you got your two +5s, North America in the top left, and Europe in the middle towards the top. And then you got the big bonus that everyone is obviously going to hold immediately, Asia, worth +7. All right, you asked and I delivered. So confused by what bonuses everyone's going for. Black should just be going for North America. No Asia, no win. Exactly. um, what's my favorite bonus? So, no lie, my preferred bonus is Africa. I like its middle-ish position, and in general, people are more sanguine, at least in tabletop play. People are more okay with you holding Africa than they are okay with you holding Europe. And Africa is a little bit easier to guard. But that's my noob tabletop play talking. All right, Tropical appears to be going for the Australia play. Getting perfect dice along the way here. So he's either going for the Australia play or going for the Australia kill guard. Adds perfect timing. Yes, I did say Africa. Doesn't make it the best. In classic fixed, I definitely prefer Europe. But if I can potentially take a bonus in Prague, I prefer Africa. Welcome back, Chris. All right, Piquete moves into Africa. Byrne appeared to have started working on it. Byrne once again finds himself at a bit of a troop deficit. Decides to roll out his 3v1. Tropical can get a very cheap Australia. And it looks like the rest of the board is fighting over other bonuses. North America's best? Yep. North America's a fun one. Yeah, North America having a 3-point hold makes it nice. If I'm going for one of the +5s in a Prague game, I'd rather have NA than Europe. But if I'm playing Classic Fixed, I'd rather have Europe. Europe is almost always better positioned than North America to be able to act on whatever you might need to do. All right, Tropical gets Australia and gets a wild card. He does find himself basically in one line, though. It shouldn't matter too much just yet. Max Luna appears to be allowing Piquete to take SA if he wants it. Piquete decides not to go for it. Max Luna slowly working on North America. Sanchez slowly working on Europe. Byrne, I think, would like Africa, but Piquete has a large stack on East Africa. Six bonuses, so in a six-player game, everyone can take a bonus. Exactly. You don't need to trade cards. Oh, we see the 2v1 manual roll, which is successful. Looks like Tropical might be working on Asia. Decides to put a 6-stack in Kamchatka, matching Max Luna's Alaska stack. Piquete, not interested in playing a bonus game. Gonna remain parked in Africa. So Byrne decides to go to the Middle East. Didn't that happen in a World Cup game this year? I was there. Had a 3-game stalemate reset to these settings. I traded on 3 because I thought it was fixed. Oof. Ooh, Max Luna fails a 4v2. Gonna come across to take Greenland. And Max Luna finally has the North America bonus. We'll see if he decides to guard it. Decides to stay open to Tropical. Sanchez takes Europe and locks his stack in Northern Europe. Not going to help him make kills. All right. Tropical is really the only player that can break Max Luna. Doesn't look like he's thinking about it, though. Takes his card in Irkutsk. Yeah, neither Piquete or Max Luna can break. Or sorry, neither Piquete or Burn can break. Well, I suppose Burn could break Max Luna if he runs his 16 through Europe, but I don't see that happening. Last week, I still won because I'm cool. I'm the best player. My points just don't reflect it. Yeah, it's always a bummer when that happens, Chris. When your points don't reflect how good of a player you are. That happens to me all the time. All right, Piquete finally takes South America, decides to break Europe, and appears to be threatening a break on North America in the next turn. And we do see the trade start to come out. Piquete set in for 4, Burn sitting in for 6. Burn moves down into Africa. We see all of Tropical's +2 all in a line from South Africa to Ukraine. Those are all of Trop's +2s. Max Luna, able to hold his +5, sets in for 8, takes the troop lead. Tropical looking at a bunch of cannons. Looks like Max Luna wants to take a card on Tropical's 9. Loses 8 on that. Tropical, I'm sure, is now regretting not breaking Max Luna the previous turn. Purple's being nice and giving black territory to take in Europe. Yeah. All right, Sanchez set in, retook Europe. Tropical also setting in. Doesn't appear interested in taking revenge on Max Luna for the troops he lost. Decides to lock most of his trade. Instead takes it out on Piquete. And then locks even more troops onto Southeast Asia. Worried about Sanchez's 35, maybe. Full turtle mode, yep. Because it's the 1 point. That's true. I did say during the bonus intro that that is the best bonus. Piquete threatening Burns' 27 stack, asking for the Africa bonus while he's already sitting on South America. Or maybe just informing him. Not entirely clear. Burn takes Africa. So it looks like we have everyone playing Good Neighbor. Burn also decides to lock his stack. Sanchez's stack is the one that's best positioned for the 70 run. Piquete's stack is not super well positioned, and Max Luna's 6 can't really go that far. His 8 and 14 can't go anywhere. Max Luna has left himself with only being able to take a card on Sanchez. Sanchez, once again, is broken, not going to be able to hold the +5 or collect the bonus troops here. Does Sanchez take revenge on Max Luna for that break? Looks like he's going to go for the burn kill. Going to need really good dice on the... Not going for the burn kill. Holy smokes. If Tropical had an active stack, he could attempt... excuse me. He could attempt the burn kill. But Piquete now finds himself trapped between Max Luna and Sanchez. Spaniards are notoriously bad neighbors. Yeah. Black went to all the trouble to break Asia so he could get cards and then proceeds to break Europe anyway. Yep, that is exactly what happened. Tropical needs to unlock his stack here. Needs to let go of the goated bonus. Is he doing it? Is he unlocking the stack? He's thinking about it. Oh dear. Decides not to. That could spell disaster for him. Piquete gonna set in, take the 15. Looks like he's set up for the Max Luna kill. And it looks like he'll get it. This time it will give him points. Just needs a 4v1. And there we go. We see Piquete bag the Max Luna kill for the 20 trade. Piquete, the purple player, now on 3 points. Sets in for 20. Can he also bag Burn? Or does he instead go for Trop? I think 32 is a little much to get all the way down there to kill Burn. Burn will be allowed to set in for 25. And does Burn have the Sanchez kill with that set? Burn apparently does not have a set on 4. Gonna go to 5 cards. Very unfortunate for Burn. Sanchez has a trade. Gonna set in for the 25 trade and kill Burn on 5 cards. Unlucky for Burn, no set on 4 there. And just like that, Sanchez does not need 3 games. He can score 3 points in his first one. Unfortunately, his 20 stack is locked. Looks like he's going to go after Piquete, worried about how much territory he's holding. Can Sanchez get the 70 run here? Needs 30 territories. That's all but 12. Tropical has a set without the wild card. Unfortunately, his stack is still locked. Decides not to go for the Piquete kill. Gonna go for the 70 run instead. And it looks like he might have it. He is attacking faster than in the last game. On 64% of the board, 66, 69. And just like that, takes the W. Did not need to unlock his stack, as it turns out. Well played to Tropical, taking the W in game 2 here on the game 1 backup settings. How dare I ever doubt White? Fun fact, I doubt him because he's my little brother. Purple had the win, then blue had the win, and neither of them took it. And Tropical almost scuffed the win because he didn't unlock his stack. I feel like everyone forgot it was 70%. Yeah, that is what it looked like. All right. I'm going to see if any of these players have the Troy map. If not, we're going back to the classic map for classic fixed. And we'll have stable portals on. Okay. Hey, Tropical. So
Yep.
it looks like no one has the game 2 settings or the game 2
Doing
map.
it again.
We're going to play the classic map again, but use the game 2 settings. So stable portals, fixed cards, 90-second turn timer.
Oh gosh. Okay. yeah. Let me just look at that list. Straight. Classic. 70%. Stable portals. Auto fix. 90% or 90-second. Looks right, I think.
Um, let's see, 70% classic, fixed, 90 seconds. Can you cycle through?
I
Um, off, stable. Yep. Alliance is off. Dice bound splits. Expert automated. Yep. Looks good. Alrighty. Yeah, I have taught him everything he knows about no loss, no win. Classic fix 70%. Looks like my brother's better than me. Yeah, at this rate, he's gonna steal my top tap spot. All right. And we are away here with game 3, uh, which is the game 2 settings on the classic map because we did things a little bit out of order. All right. And we are off. What do you think of these settings for this small of a map? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. All right, this is the 20-point game. All right, we see Loma Bari, also known as General Sanchez. Loma Bari is his wrist name. Um, Sanchez, the blue player, is in the first seat. Tropical, the white player, is in the second seat. Piquete, the purple player, is in the third seat. And Juan Max Luna, the black player, is in the 4th seat. And last but not least, we have Bern in the 5th and final seat. Loma what? Blue's risk name is Loma Bahri, Bahri. Fix 70 is fine on Classic. Yeah, I don't think I've played Fix 70 with stable portals. I've played Fix 70 with unstable portals. But, ooh, Tropical hits a 3 for a card. Really wanted to get onto that portal. Biquete going to immediately take Australia. Australia is now a 2-point, so it is a terrible bonus this game. Worst bonus on the map, Australia 2-point. Kill him. Jeez. Max Luna going to stack on the East US portal. Will Bern respect Tropical's claim to Africa? It would appear not. Unless he's consolidating troops to buy himself time to leave. But we will find out here shortly. That's why White didn't go for it. Yes, that's exactly why. Sanchez sees that this is turning into a bonus game. Going to start stacking in South America. Is Tropical going to do anything to get his 3s out? Decides to move into South America. And is going to allow Sanchez to escape. Conceding Africa to Bern. Piquete moving into a portal, try to get his troops out of Europe. Green was moving into Europe. Yeah, he might have been. All right, Max Luna bringing even more troops into eastern U.S. Now Bern is just a few troops away from taking Africa if he wants it. Doesn't seem like he does. Gonna move out of Piquete's way in Indonesia. Does Sanchez leave Tropical alone? Or does he contest? Looks like he is going to move out. And sit in Japan. Nope, he's going to sit in North Africa. So Tropical can take the South America bonus if he'd like it. Doesn't look like he wants it yet. Not sure why. Piquete with a troop lead here, being the only player on a bonus. Hey, thanks for the follow, only just chilling. Appreciate it. Tropical just needs a cannon, and he'll have the 10 trade. Piquete consolidating some exterior troops in China. Max Luna could take North America this turn. Decides not to. I gotta say, it is interesting that the progressive game, we saw every player at one point take a bonus. And this game, which is the fixed game, we only have one player on a bonus. It's quite fascinating. All right, Sanchez with the 10 set on 3. Has a nice 15 stack in Afghanistan. Does he decide to do anything with that? Looks like he's thinking about potentially smacking either black stack or purple stack. Decides not to. Consolidates everything onto North Africa. Tropical seems to be shy about taking South America due to that giant Sanchez stack. And correctly maneuvers his 14 stack to Venezuela. Is now open to the territories in North America. Yeah, Europe is free for blue if he wants to take it. Meanwhile, Piquete just, I'm sure, enjoying being the only player on a bonus. Tropical, no set on 4. And may potentially end up getting a dude trade. Piquete coming off the portal completely, going to allow a break on Australia if someone would like to. And wouldn't you know it, Max Luna, Max Luna not interested in breaking, it turns out. Looks like Max Luna's going to, well, he doesn't quite have North America this turn, but decided to do some smacks in North America. Will he go back to the portal? Nope. It looks like Sanchez pointing his stack at black and purples appears to have spooked them both. And now Sanchez is the only player with a stack on a portal. Byrne decides to break Australia. Sanchez could take Europe this turn. Decides not to. Tropical still worried about Sanchez's 27 stack, is my only guess as to why he hasn't taken a bonus. Either that or he thinks he can win without one. Decides to beef up Egypt a little bit. Takes his card in Asia. Alright, Piquete. First turn without a bonus. Unfortunately, Trop goes from no set on 4 to a dude trade on 5. Piquete has a 10 set on 4. Not going to attack from New Guinea. Interesting. That's just one more fortify you have to make, so... and decides to lock his troops in Indonesia. Max Luna moving out of North America. Very curious as to how this game will end with only one player being on bonus in a fixed 70 game, a fixed 75 player. Burn also has a 10 set on 4. Moves into Europe and off of Japan. All right, Sanchez still has an easy take of Europe. A little bit harder than it was last turn, though. Really likes that North Africa portal, though. Going to beef it up with 10 more troops. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. Tropical has a +2, but Cold Comfort, when you go to 5 cards and just get... when you go to 5 cards and just get 4 troops from an infantry trade. No bonus game makes sense. Yeah, I suppose. Fails the 5v2. Decides to move out of South America instead of taking it. But North America is a better bonus. Gets a wild card, but has given away all his infantry. So the wild card with the 2 horses make for a stable trade of worth 6. Okay, Piquete moves away from Tropical's stack and sends 19 troops to his rear portal in Australia. Spain plays bonus on Prague and no bonus on fixed. Yes, this is the new meta coming to a tournament round near you. The Spanish players are here to play, and we're here to stay. All right, Max Luna with a big stack in Siberia. Sent all of his troops to the gulags for some reason. Hopefully they'll keep warm. That's right. No one ever expects it, Chris. Bern moves more troops into Europe. Sanchez sees that Tropical has moved out and says, okay, well, I guess I'll take South America if you don't want it. Fails the 2v1. Tropical at a troop deficit here. Not getting the best trades, and also has been going no bonus. Thinking about whether he wants to trade in for 6 with that wild card. I think I would also hold it. Moves deeper into North America. And going to allow Sanchez to take South America. Gets another horse. So he has the 6 trade if he wants to keep his wild card. But otherwise, he will once again have to go to 5 cards. Piquete's Ontario stack. Looks like that's what he's thinking of using. Takes a card in Quebec. Interested in doing anything else? Fortifies his 3 off New Guinea over to Indonesia. Por fin. Spanish for finally. Those 3 troops have been parked on New Guinea nearly the entire game. Pretty sure purple hasn't. By pretty sure, I mean 100% sure. Yeah, this board is wide open. Purple can do some portal hopping, and with good pathing, he should have it easy. Honestly, Sanchez with good pathing also probably has it. Max Luna going to sit in China. Migrated south because his troops were complaining about the cold. I don't know that for sure. I'm just assuming. Burn can get Europe this turn if he wants it. Purple has 34. Yep, I don't doubt it. Burn decides to hit a 3 in Madagascar and loses 5. Interesting decision there. Sanchez also going to hit Tropical. Takes the South America bonus. Not going to bother guarding it. Will Tropical break that? Tropical doesn't want to go from a 4 set into a 6 set, but is trying to figure out whether or not he has to. Doesn't want Sanchez to hold that. I'm not sure if I would want to piss off a player that could kill you. And goes to 5, draws the 4th horse anyway. Tropical holding on to the 4 horsemen of his apocalyptic hand. But at least has a wild card to comfort him. Just run it purple. Purple with the 10 set. Gonna move into Greenland. And does he chill in Ontario? Purple doesn't run it with 48. He does not run it with 48. He needs more. He's on 70 troops. Max Luna also with a 10 set on 4. Adds everything to Southern Europe. Blue runs it now. I guess we'll find out. I think it's more likely that we see someone go for the tropical kill than it is that we see somebody run it. Burn has a wide open and free Europe if he wants to take it. Can't kill tropical without a set, though. Doesn't really have a good way to get to India. Tropical says thanks as he's removed from Egypt. Burn decides to leave East Africa and put everything on Ukraine, or just about everything. I'd ask if these players know what 70% is, but they're in round 3. Like I said at the top, Game 2 had a bot win last week. It was a 3-player game, and we had a bot win. It does look like Sanchez is going for the run here. Needs to be careful not to lock too many troops. Ooh. It's going to have to hit a 14 to get out. Decides to do that instead of going to the portal. Has he pathed this well enough? Needs to grab all of these territories here. $66. Ooh, I don't think he's got enough real estate to run it. Did not path it well. 69%. Has no other card options. Gonna have to win a 4 versus 48, which I don't think is happening. Just like that, it comes over to Tropical's turn. Tropical on 5 cards with a wide open board. Does Trop decide to run it here? Sanchez very frustrated with himself. Needs to split a little bit here so he doesn't get locked behind that 30. See how many he splits off. But recognizes that this is likely his last turn, whether he gets it or not. Does he have the juice? Doesn't have enough juice to get into North America, and he needs those territories. Simply did not have the card luck he needed. Gonna fail on 61%. Alrighty. So now we go to Piquete's turn. Piquete on 70 troops. Now that a few other players have attempted the run. I swear to God, if White wins again, I'll lose my mind. No. No, it quite literally was not in the cards for White to win this one. Blue laughing when he fumbled the bag, yeah. Is Piquete going to pick up a bounty on his way to the 70? Looks like he may. If he wants those extra 3 points, he's going to have to split off the portal into Japan. Looks like he might win before he gets the Sanchez bounty. And we see Piquete take the 70% with no kills this game. Alrighty. So that wraps up this round here, folks. You guys want to see this screen, I'm assuming? Hey, thanks, Knowles. Appreciate it. All right, so at the conclusion of this round, Tropical wins the round with 36 points. Piquete wins game 2 and earned a bounty, I believe, in the previous game. 23 points for Piquete. Sanchez also got himself a bounty in the previous game, 3 points. And Burn and Max Luna, unfortunately, got no points this round.